Okay, doing some word problems, linear system word problems here. We're going to do substitution and elimination to find the answers. The first example, two numbers differ by 25. If 3 times the smaller number exceeds the larger number by 3, find the two numbers. So I want to set up two equations to find those two numbers. And before I do so, I need to define my variables. So I want to let x represent the lower number. And I want to let y represent the greater number. And I know that x plus y, because the two numbers differ by 25. So there's a 25 number difference between them. So y is my greater than number, so I want to let y minus x equals 25. Okay, the two numbers differ by 25. I could have did y equals 25 plus x. It's the same thing. And then 3 times the smaller number exceeds the larger number by 3. So 3 times the smaller number is equal to the larger number plus 3. Okay, so there's my two equations. Now I want to do substitution, so I should rearrange one of the equations to get a letter by itself. So if this is equation 1 and this is equation 2, I want to take equation 1 to get a letter by itself, and I want to choose y to get y by itself, so it means I want to plus x to both sides. So I'd have y equals 25 plus x. And some of you may start out with that as being your first equation anyways. So I have equation 1, I have equation 2. So I'm going to sub equation 1 into equation 2 and rewrite equation 2. 3x equals, and put in, instead of my y, I want to put in what y is equal to, the 25 plus x plus 3. Okay. Now I'm going to try and rearrange and get x by itself. So I have 3x equals, and I have x, and I have 25 plus 28, so that, sorry, 25 plus 3, which will give me 28. Subtract x from both sides, so I have 3x subtract x equals 28. 2x equals 28. Divide both sides by 2. X equals 14. So that's my one number. That ends up being the greater number. And I want to do y. So I'm going to I need to solve for y, so I'm going to sub x equals 14 into my rearranged equation 1, which was y equals 25 minus x, or 25 plus x. So 25 plus 14, y equals 25 plus 14 is 39. Therefore, xy equals 14 and 39. And so therefore, the two numbers are 14 and 39. I can do a little check. Do the numbers differ by 25? Yes, they do. Is 3 times the smaller number bigger than the larger number by 3? 3 times the smaller number is 3 times 14 is 42, and 42 is 3 times greater than 39. Okay, so there is the first question. Second question, same idea. I'm going to substitute a couple of equations and do substitution to find the answer. Steve had $15,000 to invest. He invested part of it at 6% interest and the remainder at 8% interest. Total interest earned after 1 year was $1,020. How much did he invest at each rate? Okay, so he had part of his money he split up into, so he had $15,000. And he's going to split that $15,000 into part of it going to go at 6%. And part of it's going to go to 8%. The total of those two parts will be $15,000. And the interest afterwards, he's going to gain $1,020 in interest coming from both accounts. Okay, so we need to figure out how much is going to go into each one of those different accounts. And we're going to call X one amount that's going to go to the 6%, and it'll be Y is going to be the other amount that's going to go to the 8%. So I'm going to let X represent the amount invested at 6%, and we'll let y represent the amount invested at 8%. And I know that x plus y is going to equal $15,000. The amount I put at 6%, the amount I put at 8% is going to add up to $15,000. And then I know the interest earned is $1,020. Well, how do you get interest? You take your amounts and you multiply it by the interest rate. So my x amount is going to be multiplied by my 6% interest, or 0.06 as a decimal. And my y amount that went into the other account is going to be multiplied by 0.08, the 8% as a decimal. And in total, it's going to give me $1,020. Okay, so I have my equation 1, I have my equation 2, and I'm going to need to do substitution to it again. So take the first equation, and let's get a letter by itself. This time, let's get x by itself. So I'm going to do x equals 15,000, and I'm going to take the y over to the other side, and it becomes subtract y. My equation 2, I can actually just multiply these together. Equation 2 is 0.06x plus 0.08y equals $1,020. And I'm going to sub equation 1 into equation 2. The equation that has a variable by itself, I can put into the other equation. So 0.06, not x anymore, it's what x was, times 15,000 minus y, plus 0.08y equals $1,020. So 0.06 times 15,000, that is 900. So I multiply 0.06 times 15,000. I also have to multiply 0.06 by the other thing that's in the bracket, the y, so I'm going to have minus 0.06y plus 0.08y equals 1,020. I can collect my like terms here, negative 0.06 and plus 0.08 is going to give me 0.02. I'm going to have, so 900 plus 0.02, y equals 1,020. Take my 900 over to the other side, so it subtract 900 from both sides, 0.02, y equals 1,020, subtract 900, 0.02y equals 1,020, sorry, not 1,020, 120, because I subtracted the two of them, and 0.02, divide both sides by 0.02, and 120 divided by 0.02 gives me 6,000. Okay, so I have $6,000 as my y. I need to solve for my x. I had x equals 15,000 minus y, so x is going to equal 15,000 minus 6,000. X equals 9,000. Okay, so I had 6,000 for my y. I got 9,000 for my x. And therefore, okay, Steve invested 9,000 at 6% and $6,000 at 8% interest. Okay, he had some of the money go to 6%, the rest of the money go to 8%. The two amounts, 6,000 and 9,000, add up to 15,000, and when he put that much money in, he's going to get $1,020 interest. So there's two examples of solving some linear systems by substitution. Set up a couple equations and do the substitution. Thank you very much.